Did you know that some foods often advertised as healthy might actually be working against your kidney health every single day? Creatinine. Maybe you've never heard the term, but this one number can reveal important information about your kidney health and overall well-being. Creatinine is a waste product from the energy metabolism in your muscles, and it's normally filtered out by your kidneys. When your creatinine levels rise, it's not just a lab value to note at your next checkup. It's an important signal that your kidneys may need extra support. According to the CDC, over 37 million Americans are currently living with chronic kidney disease, but 90% of them don't even know it. Nearly 1/3 of adults in the United States have elevated creatinine levels. Yet many skip regular checkups and assume that fatigue, poor appetite, or high blood pressure are just normal signs of aging. This lack of awareness is exactly why kidney disease often progresses without obvious symptoms in the early stages. So how can you support yourself and naturally help manage creatinine levels in a safe, effective way? My approach starts at the foundation: daily nutrition. Choosing foods your kidneys can handle well, and being mindful of the ones that may seem healthy but are actually high in phosphorus, potassium, or compounds that stress kidney function makes all the difference. In this video, I'll explain 3 common nuts that may need to be limited if you're watching your creatinine levels, and 3 other nuts backed by research that may help support kidney health, reduce inflammation, and help stabilize creatinine naturally, especially in older adults. If you find this information helpful, please subscribe, share with your loved ones, and leave a comment with any questions you have. Let's get started. 3 nuts to limit when managing creatinine levels. Number 1, cashews. The creamy snack that's surprisingly high in phosphorus. Cashews have long been considered a healthy snack. They're energy-rich, creamy, and easy to enjoy. Many older adults include them in heart-smart diets, believing they help support cholesterol levels and blood sugar balance. But for those monitoring creatinine or managing kidney function, cashews present some important considerations. According to USDA data, just 100 grams of dry roasted cashews contain about 553 calories, 18 grams of protein, and more than 660 milligrams of phosphorus. That's a significant amount compared to recommended daily intake for those managing kidney health. This can place extra demand on kidneys, especially when filtration capacity is already reduced. When kidneys can't filter phosphorus efficiently, it builds up in the blood, potentially affecting blood vessels and making it harder for kidneys to maintain healthy creatinine levels. A study published in the Clinical Journal of the American Society of Nephrology suggests that people with chronic kidney disease should aim to keep their phosphorus intake below 800 to 1,000 milligrams per day. Just one handful of cashews can account for nearly 70% of that recommended limit. Additionally, cashews contain potassium, which needs careful monitoring in people with reduced kidney function. When kidneys can't eliminate potassium properly, it can accumulate in the bloodstream, potentially affecting heart rhythm and blood pressure, especially in older adults. Are you eating cashews regularly because you think they're a healthy choice? Have you checked how much phosphorus is in your typical diet? If you're managing kidney health, it might be helpful to review these numbers with your healthcare provider to ensure you're staying within recommended ranges for your specific situation. Next, let's look at a nut that's often praised for heart health but contains surprisingly high amounts of potassium, which can be a concern for those with elevated creatinine levels. Number 2. Almonds. Understanding the potassium content. There's no denying that almonds are popular in the nutrition world. They're rich in vitamin E, antioxidants, and often recommended for supporting heart health and weight management. But here's what many people don't realize. Almonds are also quite high in potassium, which requires careful consideration for people managing kidney function. According to the National Kidney Foundation, a single 28-gram serving of almonds contains up to 200 milligrams of potassium. For someone monitoring creatinine levels, which often indicates reduced potassium filtering ability, this amount needs to be factored into daily intake. When potassium levels become too high, it can lead to symptoms like fatigue, tingling, muscle weakness, and in more serious cases, affect heart rhythm, especially in older adults. Research from the American Journal of Kidney Diseases indicates that people with chronic kidney disease should typically keep their daily potassium intake below 2,000 to 2,500 milligrams, depending on individual circumstances. Many people snack on almonds throughout the day without tracking amounts, and just 100 grams of almonds contains over 700 milligrams of potassium. When combined with other potassium-rich foods like bananas, avocados, and tomatoes, daily intake can add up quickly. Do you snack on almonds regularly while watching TV or reading? Many people consider them a smart replacement for chips or candy. If you're dealing with kidney concerns or elevated creatinine, it may be worth discussing with your healthcare provider whether almonds fit into your personalized nutrition plan and what portion sizes would be appropriate for your situation. Up next, we're going to discuss a nut that many people enjoy, especially during colder months, but it contains compounds that may present challenges for kidney health and blood sugar management. Number 3. Chestnuts. The seasonal favorite with hidden considerations. Chestnuts are especially popular in colder months and festive seasons. They have a comforting aroma, mild sweetness, and are usually boiled or roasted. But for anyone monitoring creatinine levels, chestnuts require some awareness. Unlike cashews or almonds, chestnuts are lower in fats and proteins, but much higher in starches and complex carbohydrates, which make up nearly 80% of their total calories. This means they can affect blood sugar levels more quickly, potentially requiring kidneys to work harder to maintain internal balance. This becomes especially relevant for older adults whose kidney function naturally declines with age. What's more, chestnuts are relatively high in oxalates, which can be a concern for kidney stone formation. According to the Mayo Clinic, consuming high amounts of oxalates over time may increase the risk of calcium oxalate stone formation, the most common type in older adults. 100 grams of chestnuts can contain significant oxalate levels. Many people assume chestnuts are gentle on the digestive system and suitable for older adults due to their soft texture and lower fat content. While they may be easy on the stomach, they require consideration when it comes to kidney health, and potential effects often develop gradually over time. Healthcare experts suggest that if you have a history of kidney concerns or fall into a higher risk category, it's worth discussing chestnuts with your doctor or dietitian. This small conversation could provide helpful guidance for your long-term kidney health strategy. Do you eat chestnuts regularly during cooler months? How many do you usually have in one sitting? Consider tracking this and sharing the information with your healthcare provider during your next visit. We've just reviewed 3 common nuts that may require careful consideration if you're monitoring creatinine levels. But the good news is, coming up next, I'll share 3 kidney-friendly nuts that are not only considered safe for most people, but may actually help support kidney health and help manage creatinine levels naturally. Stay tuned. 3 nuts that may support kidney health when creatinine is elevated. Number 1. Flax seeds. Research-backed support for kidney function. You might know flax seeds as beneficial for skin health or cholesterol management, But fewer people know that flax seeds are being studied as a natural option to support kidney health, especially for those monitoring creatinine levels. Instead of relying solely on supplements or restrictive approaches, flax seeds offer a simple, food-based option worth considering. Nutritionally, flax seeds are a rich source of plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, lignans, and soluble fiber. The soluble fiber in flax seeds may help support the body's natural waste elimination processes, including urea, nitrogen, and creatinine, both waste products that kidneys work to remove. A study published in the journal Renal Failure in 2020 found interesting results. Individuals with mild kidney impairment who consumed 30 grams of flax seeds daily for 12 weeks showed an average reduction in blood creatinine levels of 18%. That's a noteworthy finding for older adults concerned about kidney function. Additionally, the alpha-linolenic acid in flax seeds has anti-inflammatory properties that may help reduce inflammation in kidney tubules, one factor that can contribute to declining filtration capacity. This suggests flax seeds may not only support kidney function, but also help protect kidney cells over time. So how can you safely include flax seeds in your daily routine? Here's an important tip: don't eat whole flax seeds. They tend to pass through the digestive system undigested. Instead, grind them into a fine powder using a coffee grinder or food processor. Store this powder in a sealed glass container in a cool, dark place to maintain freshness. A commonly suggested amount is 1 to 2 tablespoons, about 10 to 15 grams daily. You can sprinkle flaxseed powder on oatmeal, mix it into plain yogurt, blend it into smoothies, or stir it into warm water before breakfast. If you enjoy baking, adding flax seeds to whole grain recipes can increase fiber content and help moderate blood sugar response. Just be sure to drink plenty of water throughout the day. Soluble fiber absorbs fluid, and adequate hydration is important to avoid bloating or digestive discomfort, especially in older adults. But the kidney-friendly options don't stop here. Let me introduce you to another nut that's often considered too rich, yet research suggests it may actually support kidney health in unexpected ways. Number 2. Macadamia nuts. Healthy fats that may reduce inflammation. Many people hesitate with macadamia nuts, thinking they're too calorie-dense for health-conscious eating. But here's what's interesting. Macadamia nuts contain primarily healthy monounsaturated fats, including omega-7, which some kidney health specialists consider supportive for those managing kidney concerns. About 78% of a 28-gram serving of macadamia nuts consists of monounsaturated fat, including omega-7 fatty acids that research suggests may help regulate inflammation in various tissues, including kidneys. A study in the Journal of Functional Foods in 2021 indicated that omega-7 may help lower inflammatory cytokines that can affect kidney structures called glomeruli and tubules, potentially supporting natural kidney filtration processes. Macadamia nuts are also relatively lower in certain electrolytes compared to other nuts, containing about 200 milligrams of potassium and 188 milligrams of phosphorus per 100 grams. This makes them a reasonable, energy-rich option for people who need to monitor electrolyte intake carefully. Why might macadamia nuts be worth considering if you're watching creatinine? They may offer nutritional benefits without significantly adding to electrolyte load, providing gentle support for kidney function in older adults. A reasonable amount might be 5 to 7 nuts per day, ideally consumed between mid-morning and mid-afternoon. Choose raw, unsalted macadamia nuts when possible. Salt can affect blood pressure and add stress to kidney function. If purchasing roasted varieties, look for unsalted options and read labels carefully. Another enjoyable way to include macadamia nuts is to chop them lightly and sprinkle over oatmeal or mix into plain Greek yogurt. Their natural creaminess can enhance satisfaction and help reduce cravings for less healthy snacks. Consider avoiding macadamia nuts in the evening or before bed, as their fat content may cause fullness or mild digestive discomfort that could affect sleep quality, and good sleep is important for kidney health. If you haven't tried macadamia nuts before, start with a small amount and notice how your body responds. Some people may experience mild fullness initially, which typically adjusts with regular moderate consumption. And finally, if you're looking for a nut that's well studied for its omega-3 content, anti-inflammatory properties, and potential kidney support, walnuts deserve your attention. Number 3. Walnuts. Omega-3s and antioxidants for kidney health. Walnuts have an interesting brain-like shape, and they're more than just visually distinctive. They're a nutrient-rich source of omega-3 fatty acids, compounds with anti-inflammatory properties, and plant nutrients that research suggests may support blood filtration and help protect kidney cells from oxidative stress. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people who regularly consumed walnuts showed 32% lower C-reactive protein inflammation levels, and kidney filtration markers showed improvement within 12 weeks. These are encouraging findings for those concerned about kidney health. One key component is alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA, a plant-based omega-3 that may help reduce chronic inflammation, particularly relevant for those managing creatinine levels, especially people over 60. Unlike some nuts that are very high in potassium or phosphorus, walnuts contain moderate levels of these minerals, making them a more manageable option for those with mild to moderate kidney concerns. Additionally, the polyphenols and tocopherols in walnuts may help support kidney cell membrane health and contribute to maintaining healthy filtration processes. If you already include walnuts in your eating pattern, that's wonderful. For those specifically monitoring creatinine, consider 4 to 5 walnut halves per day, preferably after breakfast or as a mid-afternoon snack rather than on an empty stomach. You can soak walnuts overnight to make them easier to digest, lightly toast them to enhance flavor, or chop and sprinkle them onto oatmeal or yogurt for added nutrition and texture. One important note: avoid any walnuts that taste bitter or show signs of mold, as these may contain compounds that aren't beneficial for liver or kidney health. Always store walnuts properly in a cool, dry place or refrigerate them to maintain freshness. Kidneys work continuously behind the scenes to maintain your body's internal balance. When creatinine levels begin to rise, it indicates your kidneys may need additional support. Today, we've explored commonly eaten nuts that require consideration when managing kidney health, and kidney-supportive nuts that research suggests may help support kidney function naturally. Whether you're in your 50s, 60s or beyond, it's never too late to make informed choices. Consider simple, natural, evidence-based options that support your body, especially your hard-working kidneys. This is how you take care of yourself thoughtfully, sustainably, and with informed attention to your health. Remember to always consult with your healthcare provider or registered dietitian before making significant changes to your diet, especially if you're managing kidney disease or other health conditions. They can provide personalized guidance based on your specific lab values and health status. Thank you for watching, and here's to making informed choices for your kidney health.
What if your next snack made your morning ankles look normal again? Imagine waking up with steady blood pressure, fewer sock marks, and a calmer GFR. Just because you swapped what you eat after 9 p.m. No doom, no labeled panic. Just eat this. 9 kidney-safe snacks that crush cravings without spiking sodium, phosphorus, or potassium. When one you already love shows up, type keeper. When a new favorite lands on your list, type added. Let's build your green list right now. Number 1. Cucumber slices with unsalted hummus. Crunch you can hear, hydration you can feel, zero salt drama. Cucumber is mostly water, naturally low in potassium, gentle on digestion, and perfect for evenings when your GFR naturally dips and you want your kidneys to have an easy night. Pair that with 1 tablespoon of unsalted hummus, and you get a soft lift of plant protein and fiber without flooding your system with sodium or phosphorus. Micro Story 1. Priya, 59, CKD Stage 3B, ended most nights with chips and then chased sweetness because salt triggers sugar. We rebuilt her evening, a plate of cucumber rounds, 1 measured tablespoon of unsalted hummus, and a small mug of chamomile. In 2 weeks, her morning puffiness faded. Nighttime bathroom trips dropped, and she stopped waking up at 3 a.m. wired. Micro Story 2. Dan, 64, needs something to chew after dinner. We put pre-washed cucumber slices front row in his fridge at eye level with a tiny container of hummus taped to the plate so the portion was already set. Result: no more accidental half-tubs. Better sleep. Steadier morning blood pressure. Micro Story 3. Amina, 51, was nervous about fiber because she bloated easily. We peeled the cucumber, used thin slices, and kept the hummus portion to exactly 1 tablespoon. No bloat, just relief. Flavor boosters without salt. Lemon zest, garlic powder, smoked paprika, a pinch of sumac. Interaction. Do you keep your safest snack at eye level? If not, write "move it" in the comments. Visibility beats willpower at 10 p.m. Number 2. Air-popped popcorn. Unsalted. The movie night hero your kidneys will actually cheer for. 1 cup of plain, air-popped popcorn gives you that addictive crunch with almost no sodium and a fraction of the density of chips. It's a big bowl food that doesn't deliver a big salt punch. Micro Story 1. David, 62, Stage 3, swapped barbecue chips for air-popped popcorn, dusted with rosemary and lemon zest. No salt. 2 weeks later, his wedding ring slid on in the morning instead of needing soap, and a sigh. Micro Story 2. Aisha, 63, hated feeling left out at gatherings because she avoided the communal bowls. She brought a massive bowl of plain popcorn sprinkled with garlic powder. Guests devoured it, and she never touched the chip bowl. Micro Story 3. Hugo, 55, kept buying lightly salted bags and wondering why his ankles looked like balloons. We moved him to a home popper and a rule. If the seasoning has cheese, smoke, or kettle in the name, it's probably hiding sodium and sometimes inorganic phosphates in the powder. Outcome: fewer headaches, fewer scale swings. Flavor hacks that keep it safe: a squeeze of lemon, a dusting of turmeric, a whisper of smoked paprika, or nutritional yeast. Check sodium. Red flag: potassium chloride showing up in salt substitute seasonings. Skip that if you have CKD. Portion cue: pour a single bowl and sit down to eat it. No bag in hand. Number 3. Rice cakes with unsalted peanut butter and strawberry slices. Portable, fast, and kidney gentle without the sneaky bar label surprises. Many healthy bars hide added sugars, inorganic phosphates for texture, or potassium chloride for a fake salty hit. A plain rice cake, topped with 1 tablespoon of unsalted peanut butter and 3 thin slices of fresh strawberry, gives you steady energy, satisfying texture, and clean ingredients you can see. Microstory 1, Sarah, 56, stage 3, retired her whole grain energy bars and tried this swap for 14 days. Night palpitations eased, afternoon crashes disappeared, and her nighttime blood pressure stopped creeping. Microstory 2, Omar, 42, manual worker, kept 2 rice cakes and a single-serve packet of unsalted peanut butter in his bag. When the vending machine called, he already had the answer. Result: fewer cramps, better focus, calmer ride home. Microstory 3, Marta, 68, needed something to pair with afternoon pills. Her new ritual: rice cake, tablespoon of peanut butter, 3 strawberry slices, 8 slow breaths. The ritual mattered as much as the snack. Variation swaps: unsalted sunflower seed butter if you need a peanut-free option, thin pear slices instead of strawberry when you want softer sweetness. Guardrail: measure the tablespoon just a little more. Turns into 3 before you notice. Comment drop: if you checked your protein bar and found phos or potassium chloride on the label, type "found it" below. Awareness is a win. Number 4, unsweetened applesauce with cinnamon. Comfort in a bowl that lets your kidneys breathe. Unsweetened applesauce is hydrating, easy on the stomach, and soothing when you crave dessert at night. Cinnamon brings aroma and perceived sweetness without sugar or sodium. Microstory 1, Linda, 69, traded her fruit-flavored yogurt cups for half a cup of unsweetened applesauce with cinnamon. Within weeks, the morning ankle balloons deflated, and the foam line in her urine shrank. Microstory 2, Ken, 55, stage 4, used applesauce as his stress pressure valve at 9 p.m. He paired it with a 5-minute hallway walk and a small herbal tea. He slept through more nights than he had all year. Microstory 3, Elena, 47, said she needed cold and creamy. We chilled the applesauce dish for 10 minutes, added a single spoon of plain Greek yogurt, only on weeks her phosphorus and potassium were in range, and kept it to 2 tablespoons. Condiment level, not a bowl. Result: satisfaction without the sugar bomb. Pro moves: warm the applesauce and use a tiny spoon. Slows you down and tells your brain, we're having dessert. If labels say cinnamon apple, check for added sugar. The plain version is your friend. Number 5, blueberries with a spoon of unsalted sunflower seed butter, sweet, tangy, kidney-friendly. Blueberries are naturally low in potassium and rich in antioxidants that support vascular health. Pair a small handful with 1 tablespoon of unsalted sunflower seed butter for a creamy crunch finish that sticks with you. Microstory 1, May, 61, stage 3B. Craved something sweet at 3 p.m. She replaced parfaits with blueberries plus a spoon of sunflower seed butter. Cravings calmed and phosphorus stopped creeping. Microstory 2, Luis, on dialysis, used this duo after sessions. It satisfied him without the sodium bounce or potassium spikes that trail mix used to give him. Microstory 3, Hannah, 52, worried that fruit would send her sugar soaring. We kept the berry portion small, paired it with the fat from the seed butter, and moved it to earlier in the afternoon. She got the sweetness without the swing. Variations: swap in raspberries or blackberries when you want a change. Thaw frozen berries in the fridge, unsweetened. Guardrails: keep the spoon to 1 tablespoon. Jars plus tired brains equal whoops. Number 6, egg whites, well cooked, lightly seasoned. Clean protein that doesn't punish your kidneys. 3 large egg whites deliver high-quality protein with very little fat and minimal phosphorus. Perfect for tissue repair without overloading filtration. Microstory 1, Jenna, 49, shifted from jerky sticks to 2 cooked egg whites sprinkled with chives. Within a week, her nighttime itching eased. Microstory 2, Marco, 47, construction, baked a tray of egg white muffins on Sunday, egg whites with chopped zucchini in silicone cups. He grabbed 2 after work, with a few rice crackers, and stopped prowling the pantry for salty meat. Microstory 3, Victor, 70, worried eggs are eggs. We clarified egg whites and whole eggs behave differently for kidneys. Whites offer protein without the same phosphorus and fat package. His evening nausea faded when he switched. Seasonings that stay safe: black pepper, garlic powder, paprika, fresh herbs, lemon zest. Skip bottled sauces loaded with sodium. Timing tip: if you truly need protein late, aim for 1 hour before bed and finish eating 2 to 3 hours before sleep on most nights, so your kidneys get a quiet shift. Number 7, white rice, warm plain, with cinnamon. The simplest nighttime rescue you're not using. Warm plain white rice in a small portion is low in potassium and phosphorus and feels calming when digestion is tender. Microstory 1, Priya, 59, stage 3B, used to wake at 2 a.m., hungry and anxious, then raid salty leftovers. She added half a cup of warm rice with cinnamon at 8 p.m., then stopped eating. Night waking dropped, and her morning scale stopped jumping from fluid swings. Microstory 2, James, 71, stage 5, replaced healthy trail mix with a small bowl of warm rice on dialysis nights. Cramps eased and his sleep deepened. Microstory 3, Elena, 63, had reflux with heavy snacks. White rice soothed instead of stinging. Guardrail: portion is everything. Half a cup, warm and plain. Skip butter and salt. For aroma, add cinnamon or a few mint leaves. Pairing idea: a few slices of steamed zucchini on the side makes it feel like a mini meal without burdening your kidneys. Interaction: which sounds more calming at 10 p.m.? Warm rice with cinnamon or cold applesauce with cinnamon? Type warm or cool. Number 8, pear slices with cream cheese, or a tiny cottage cheese portion if labs allow. The creamy crisp combo that feels like dessert without the lab backlash. Fresh pear is juicy and moderate in potassium. A thin smear of cream cheese adds satisfaction with minimal phosphorus and sodium when used sparingly. Microstory 1, Amani, 66, missed the dessert feeling. She tried pear slices with a whisper of cream cheese, less morning swelling, and a calmer stomach. Microstory 2, Ben, 66, missed dairy texture. On days his phosphorus and potassium were in range, he enjoyed the 2 tablespoons of plain cottage cheese with sliced pear at noon, not at night, and skipped it on weeks his labs trended high. Microstory 3, Carla, 70, feared dairy is banned. We reframed it, not banned, just bounded. Tiny portion, smart timing, and not nightly. Guardrails: choose the lowest sodium cream cheese you can find. Keep the layer thin so the pear is the star. If you try cottage cheese, treat it like a condiment, measured in tablespoons, not a bowl. Number 9, celery sticks with unsalted almond butter or sunflower seed butter. The throwback snack that still works. Crunchy, hydrating, and satisfying. Celery brings water and snap. A tablespoon of unsalted nut or seed butter delivers staying power without the sodium blast of crackers and cheese. Microstory 1, Monica, 54, swapped office nut packs for celery with almond butter. Afternoon, bloating faded, and her evening blood pressure improved. Microstory 2, Kevin, 55, stage 4, Kept a jar of sunflower seed butter at his desk with pre-cut celery. 1 tablespoon on 2 sticks carried him past the vending machine hour. Microstory 3, Nor, 62, needed something mindless while she scrolled. We added a friction step. She had to stand up, plate 2 celery sticks, and sit at a table, no eating on the couch. Mindless became mindful. Cravings lost power. Flavor upgrades that stay safe. A dusting of cinnamon or cocoa powder, no sugar. So what makes these 9 snacks work when so many others don't? 4 quiet rules: portions that end, not graze, sodium under control, no false additives, and potassium kept in a comfortable lane without potassium chloride showing up as a stealth salt. Let's put those guardrails on rails so they're automatic. Portion. Keep any single snack small enough to finish in 10 minutes. If it takes 20 minutes, it's probably 2 snacks wearing one name. Sodium. Aim under 150 milligrams per snack. Multiply label numbers by how much you actually eat. If the label says 2.5 servings, do the honest math. Phosphates. Scan ingredients for anything starting with phos. Sodium, phosphate, pyrophosphate, phosphoric acid. These additives are absorbed fast and push phosphorus higher than the same amount from natural foods. Potassium. Avoid potassium chloride. Salt substitutes and skip dried fruit in mixes. Concentrated potassium and sugar is a double hit. 2 contrast stories to lock this in. Contrast 1, Nadia versus night cravings. Nadia, 60 stage 3, ended most days with just a few salted nuts and a yogurt cup. Mornings were puffy and her blood pressure crept higher. She switched to cucumber with unsalted hummus at 8 p.m. Then herbal tea only, and moved the creamy craving to a thin smear of cream cheese on a pear slice at lunch, twice per week. 3 weeks later, fewer bathroom trips overnight, rings fit, and she said, "My face looks less puffy in the mirror." Contrast 2, Tom versus That's the Workday Crash. Tom, 48, grabbed a protein bar at 3 p.m. and fought brain fog by 5. He replaced the bar with a rice cake, 1 tablespoon of unsalted peanut butter, and 3 strawberry slices. Brain fog lifted. Soda cravings on the drive home evaporated. If either story sounds like you, type "That's me" and which swap you're trying first. Here's your 60-second label speed read. Step 1. Serving size and servings per package. If it says 2.5, multiply everything by 2.5 because that's what most people eat. Step 2. Sodium per serving. Aim under 150 milligrams for a snack. Step 3. Added sugars. Keep it under 10 grams for a snack. More than that, and you're in dessert territory. Step 4. Ingredients list. Hunt for Pho and potassium chloride. If either shows up, put it back. Quick mantra: if the label reads like a science experiment, choose something simpler. Travel plan. Because life happens outside your kitchen. Build a kidney pocket you can toss in your bag, 2 plain rice cakes, a tiny jar with 1 tablespoon of unsalted nut or seed butter, a zip bag of cucumber rounds, and a small container of plain popcorn. That kit turns "I had no choice" into "I had a plan." Social plan. Bring your own safe tray, cucumber, celery, rice crackers, and a tub of unsalted hummus, and set it next to sparkling water with lemon. Keep a glass in your hand and a conversation on your lips. Boredom and dry mouth drive a lot of snacking. Restaurant plan: skip the breadbasket and charcuterie. Order a plain protein, white fish or skinless chicken, and a side of steamed vegetables. Save half for later. That becomes your protein base for a safe snack tomorrow. Rapid-fire Q&A, because you'll ask, and I want you ready. Can I ever eat nuts? Yes, unsalted, pre-counted, 10 pieces, paired with a hydrating food like cucumber or apple slices, and avoid dried fruit. Plain Greek yogurt, sometimes in tiny portions, and only when phosphorus and potassium are in range. Don't make it nightly. Think 2 tablespoons as a garnish, not a bowl. Salt substitutes, avoid potassium chloride, season with lemon, herbs, garlic powder, smoked paprika, or a tiny dash of vinegar. Is brown rice healthier? In many contexts, yes, but for sensitive evenings, white rice is gentler and lower in potassium per small serving. Popcorn at the movies? Ask for no salt or bring your own. If you can't control seasoning, portion a small bowl and share. Never ride the bucket to the bottom. Make these snacks friction-free. Put safe foods at eye level in the fridge. Hide temptation high or far. Pre-cut cucumber and celery on Sundays. Store in clear containers so the choice is instant. Pre-measure nut or seed butters by the tablespoon into tiny containers so your brain sees one and done. Keep rice cakes, popcorn and tea bags together so your routine runs on rails. Create a snack station that takes less than 30 seconds to use. If your current pattern is I snack because I'm stressed, steal this 3-step reset. Step 1, drink a small glass of water. Step 2, walk for 5 minutes, even inside your home. Step 3, if you still want food, choose one of the 9 snacks above. If the urge fades during the walk, skip the snack entirely. Stress hormones raise blood pressure and inflame kidneys. 5 minutes of movement is medicine, not a chore. Comment Q, type 5 minutes if you'll try this once today. 7-day action plan to make this stick simple, doable, and lab-friendly. Day 1. Replace chips with cucumber and 1 tablespoon of unsalted hummus. Day 2. Replace jerky with 2 cooked egg whites and a few rice crackers. Day 3. Replace bars with a rice cake, 1 tablespoon of unsalted peanut butter, and 3 strawberry slices. Day 4. Replace flavored yogurt with half a cup of unsweetened applesauce and cinnamon. Day 5. Replace trail mix with celery sticks and 1 tablespoon of sunflower seed butter. Day 6. Audit your labels. Purge daily use of anything with phos or potassium chloride. Day 7. Practice timing. Finish your last snack 2 to 3 hours before bed and make it hydrating. Cucumber, applesauce, or warm white rice with cinnamon. If you accept the challenge, type 7 days below and the day you're starting. Accountability changes behavior. Let's tighten your green list so it's impossible to forget. Cucumbers, celery, blueberries, apples, pears, rice cakes, air-popped popcorn, unsalted hummus, egg whites, and unsalted nut or seed butters, measured by the tablespoon. Notice what's missing: dried fruit, salty dustings, enhanced flavors, and anything powered by potassium chloride. Your kidneys love simple. Your taste buds will too once the salt fog lifts. Give them 14 days and watch your cravings reset. Still skeptical that snacks could move the needle? Picture 2 people with the same diagnosis. Person A keeps healthy bars, light chips, and low-fat, flavored yogurts in the house. He eats late because the foods are designed to be craveable. He wakes puffy, thirsty, headachy, and his numbers drift the wrong way. Person B keeps cucumbers, celery, blueberries, rice cakes, egg whites, and popcorn at eye level. She pre-measures her nut butter, drinks her tea, and stops eating 2 to 3 hours before bed most nights. She wakes clearer, steadier, less swollen. Same diagnosis, different snacks, different mornings. This isn't magic, it's mechanics. If you need a late-night blueprint, Here's the calm plan. 3 hours before bed. Last real meal. 90 minutes before bed. If you're hungry, half a cup of warm white rice with cinnamon, or a small bowl of unsweetened applesauce. 60 minutes before bed, chamomile tea, slow breathing. 30 minutes before bed. No screens, no kitchen, teeth brushed. Your kidneys do not take a night off. Give them a lighter shift, and they'll thank you in how you feel tomorrow. If you crave variety, rotate these 9 snacks like a playlist so your taste buds don't get bored. Monday, cucumber with unsalted hummus. Tuesday, rice cake with unsalted peanut butter and strawberries. Wednesday, blueberries with sunflower seed butter. Thursday, egg whites and rice crackers. Friday, air-popped popcorn with lemon zest. Saturday, pear slices with cream cheese. Sunday, unsweetened applesauce with cinnamon. Keep celery with almond butter. As your emergency I want everything option, it's the crunch plus cream that quiets chaos. A few tiny upgrades that earn big returns. Add lemon zest to popcorn and cucumber. Acid wakes up flavor without salt. Dust cinnamon on applesauce, rice, and even peanut butter on a rice cake. Instant warmth. Use fresh herbs like dill, chives, or parsley on egg whites. Keep mint leaves for rice or tea. These flavors tell your brain, this is satisfying, so you don't go hunting. And when you shop, use the basket test. If more than 2 items in your basket have an ingredient list longer than 2 lines, swap one for a single ingredient snack from your green list. If you stumble, don't spiral. Ate the chips? Okay. Drink water in small, steady sips. Choose a low-sodium, low-potassium dinner. Walk 10 minutes. Make your next snack one of the 9. It's repetition that hurts you, not one mistake. Give your body 24 hours of kindness and move on. Now, the punch you'll remember, your kidneys have filtered roughly 50 gallons of blood today, balancing fluids and electrolytes, catching toxins you never saw, working without applause. They don't need heroics, they need less pressure. And every time you choose a hydrating, low-sodium, phosphate additive-free, potassium-sensible snack, you take pressure off. That looks like fewer nighttime bathroom trips, rings that fit in the morning, ankles that don't leave sock marks, calmer skin, steadier blood pressure, and labs that stop creeping the wrong way. None of that is luck. It's leverage. So tape this promise to your fridge. I will choose what protects me. Then open the door, reach at eye level, and grab one of these 9. If one of them made you think, I could start tonight, write which one below. Someone will copy you. Their kidneys and yours will thank you for it.